Stephanie Rivas, the General Manager here at the Wagner Noël Performing Arts Center, and we're continuing our tours for you, and today we are on the great stage. If you know me personally, you know that I love a stage. It's because that's kind of where the magic happens. You are sitting in the audience and you feel all of the excitement coming from the stage, and as an actor or performer, you are taking in all of the magic that is coming in from the audience. And one of our staff members who gets to experience that firsthand is our production manager, Dave Davis, who is here with us today. And he's going to talk about the stage a little bit. So many of you sit in the audience. Dave, our patrons sit there and they watch what goes on up here on the stage, but we want to give them some details. So give us first the width of the stage and the depth of it.
Awesome. Hey, so our stage is one of the largest in the area. It's roughly 90 feet from wall to wall, and then 65 to 68 feet high, and roughly 45 feet deep. We do have a movable pit where we can make it actually bigger than that, or deeper than that.
Yes. So let's talk about the pit. So the pit is the first 3 rows here at our facility. So those first 3 rows, that is actually on a system that literally goes underneath the stage, correct?
That's correct.
So
moves up and down.
Yeah, explain how that works just a little bit for us.
It's a motorized system. It uses a series of chains, actually, big, huge chains that lift the pit up and down. And it takes roughly 5 minutes to lower the pit.
Wow.
And then that amount of time to bring it back up. When we bring it back up, we can stop it at any height. We can put an orchestra down there, remove the seats, put an orchestra, or we can bring it up stage level and literally bring the stage out to the audience. We call that the thrust when that happens. So if it's a orchestra down there, it's called a pit. And then when we bring it up stage level, it turns into a thrust.
A thrust. So if you are ever here for a Midland Odessa Symphony performance, the stage is at full thrust because the orchestra sits out kind of in front of the proscenium face. Most concerts, though, we have the pit seats in so that you can purchase a pit seat and sit right in front of the action.
Awesome, and that's right. And right now we're standing on what's called the apron. Mm-hmm. We're a proscenium arch theater. It's not an arch, it's a square for our theater, but it's just a theatrical term. Proscenium arch is a general term meaning it's boxed in.
Right.
We have a facade here that boxes in the stage. So you don't see all of that 90 feet during a production at any one time. In fact, you're probably only going to see about 50 feet of that production from an audience view, because we do have borders and legs. Those are curtains that we mask the stage off. There's a lot of stuff that lives back there, props
Yes.
and people and actors, and they're coming in and off the stage, and equipment and technical stuff. And so yes, it's a nice stage for putting on a Broadway play or any kind of event that you can think of, dance or whatever.
When you talk about a Broadway show, so one that comes to mind in particular for me is when we had Finding Neverland. So Finding Neverland was a huge show. So, you know, we mask off the stage to what you can see, but backstage there were so many props so many actors that you could barely even walk around back there, which is really, you know, cool as a Performing Arts Center to see kind of all what lives back there. Let's talk about line sets a little bit. Jenny, I don't know if you can zoom in just a little bit. So there's some rope, there look like rope, cable back there. So those are line sets. How many line sets do we have?
We have 52 line sets that we can fly in and out for any production. A line set is basically just a pipe that comes down out of the ceiling. We call that the fly rail. Actually, the line sets are the individual ropes that are on there, but that's a fly rail system, our fly system. That's where we fly drops in and out for a production, or we can bring lights in and out. In fact, we have some that are hanging down right now. Jenny, if you want to get over there, you'll see some of our lighting instruments. We call those lighting instruments. There's different types. There's pars, and then there's ellipsoidals, and they do different things, and we use them for different things. So some of those are like an ellipsoidal is a spot. Has a real nice detailed edge. Then we have the smaller ones that you see up there in groups of 4. Those are pars, and those are floods. They'll flood the stage with light. and we can change all those
And
patterns.
so the lighting designer here at the Wagner Noël would work with the show to create whatever that look is for the artist. And of course, lots of shows now, even they travel in with what we call moving lights. And so those are the digital moving lights that everyone sees. But these battens here that the lights are hung on, they actually hold quite a bit of weight with our system.
They do.
So what is the heaviest thing that we have hung in this facility?
It's going to be a video screen. We have hung some heavy props. Not props. I'm going to say sets.
Yes.
We've hung some heavy sets. But really, quite frankly, it was a video screen, and it approached our weight limit of 1,400 pounds per batten, and that's a lot of weight up in the air.
That's a lot of weight, and that's just one batten.
One batten. One
So
batten.
it is really amazing what we can hang. We do have our own video screen that we can fly in and out. And so we invite you when we have a Cinema Under the Stars movie showing, please do come in. It's a great way to experience the Wagner Noël, to experience the stage and our big screen. We are going to continue talking to Dave for our next tour. We're actually going to take a little walk up to the catwalk. So that is the conclusion for our stage presentation, but we hope you'll join us for more tours of the Wagner Noël.
See you up there.